Hello, welcome to today's video diary for Finding My Way with Pi, Purpose, Intention, and Emotion. I am Pi, and apologize for my voice. It's a little froggy today. I've had a cold. I am thinking about the emotions of being a mama and the emotions of pain and hurt and, I don't know how to name this emotion, but when we want to hold on to something and control it and not let go. And we do that out of a place of love and protection, but maybe doesn't always convey exactly what we want it to. So here's what I'm thinking about. I have a teenage daughter. I have many friends who have teenage daughters, and I got to take a walk with a friend today and talk about a situation that she's finding challenging, and it was a situation that just really felt like, this feels so familiar. I've been in this space before with my own teenage daughter, and I bet my mom was in this space with me too, where your daughter hits a change or a challenge or a bump in the road in life, and she doesn't know what to do. And as the mama, as the parent, you can see, because you have a lot of practice at life, what different avenues she could choose. You can see things she may need that would be good for her overall health. But the more you suggest and the more you try to care and take care and dare I say take charge, because I've done that too, the more it seems to backfire. And as a mom, especially in today's world, it's really scary, the rate of depression and anxiety and mental illness that our teenagers have. And suicide rates are up. So we see anything that even sniffs like depression, it is terrifying as a mother of a teenager. And then we're trying to figure out, what do? We don't even know how to handle this. We have so much fear inside of us that and we just want to love and protect our babies and help them through this time, that it's hard for us to be still enough to think about what our kid may need from us. So something that occurred to me as I was going through situations like this with my daughter was, the more I pushed and gave suggestions and or, you can choose this or that. It was like, I'm giving her a choice, but am I? You can pick as long as I've approved your pick. Yes, you need to protect your kids. But at 16, they are trying to differentiate themselves from their parents, and they are bogged down in expectations from the outside world. They want to be seen and heard and loved and accepted like we all do as human beings. And they hear what's coming out of a parent's mouth as judgment, as criticism, and as expectation. And they don't know how to say, I don't want to do that. That doesn't feel right to me. They don't know how to articulate this. We are not taught how to articulate this. And when something changes abruptly for them, like something they maybe had been interested in and been doing and then suddenly weren't part of that team anymore or something like that, it hurts. And there is not a prescription for parenting through hurt, and then we get scared because we see depression extending on. So I don't know. I've been thinking about all of this, and I have been in that situation before where I've been making a bunch of different suggestions to my kid, and what she hears is expectation. And if I don't do what you're suggesting, you're going to be mad, or you're going to be disappointed, which is even worse than mad. You're not going to love me, or I'm bad, or I can't be a good daughter, and all of that. So here's where I'm at with this. As a 40-something-year-old woman, I am discovering, after I left my corporate leadership position, that I was burdened with tremendous expectation. I allow myself to be. That's a whole nother thing we can talk about later. But I was deeply burdened by it, by my own story and my own history and what I saw the adults exemplifying in my life. I was burdened by what I felt were expectations in the company I was in. I was burdened by probably societal expectations of what a mother and a working career woman should be, etc., etc., etc. What I'm learning is that the only expectation that's okay to try to strive for is your own. You cannot compare yourself to other people. You must live your own life. And no one knows the right path for your life except for you. And that takes courage and bravery. It also takes you knowing yourself, which is where we come full circle here. Our teenage daughters don't yet fully know themselves, or rather, they know themselves like a live wire. It is raw and unchanneled energy, and they do know themselves. They just don't know how to articulate it. They just go off of feeling, and they don't have experience and sometimes not maturity, so they make some difficult and questionable decisions sometimes. I got to thinking about, what do we do? What would we want to teach our daughters instead of telling them, let me decide this for you? Basically, here's your options. I've decided this for you. You can choose those, which means I'm implying I don't believe that you can do it yourself. You need to do it my way because I don't believe you can do it yourself. I don't believe in you, therefore you shouldn't believe in you. Our actions speak loudly. They do. So I, after thinking about all of this, wrote something down, and then I'll wrap it up here. Thanks for sticking with me through this rambling, because this is important. This is a big one for moms. We all, as humans, just want to be seen and heard and loved and accepted. Maybe instead of only teaching our kids how to live up to everyone's expectations, including our own, maybe we should teach them how to love and accept themselves and how to listen to themselves. When things change or something hard happens, it is okay that it hurts. It is okay to feel lost. In those times, the best thing that you can do is to turn toward that pain. Feel it. Learn from it. What am I feeling? What am I saying to myself right now? What expectations do others have of me? What am I afraid of? What is or are the most important things to me right now? If there were no other considerations, what would I most want? What steps can I take towards what I most want? What if we taught our kids that process? What if we had the patience enough and the courage enough to set aside our fears and let them fail forward? What if now's the time that they need that from us so they can learn and practice it now before they go out in the world? What if they don't want an answer from us? What if they just need us to teach them how to discover their own? We can teach them how to reset and refocus, how to connect to their meaning, how to be mindful, purposeful, intentional, and move in the direction of what is right for them after they've listened to themselves. We don't always know how to do this. It's hard to cut through the noise and the fear and the worry and the anxiety. It's easy to misunderstand our actions as wanting to protect our children, when if we stop and zoom out, we can see we might actually be harming them in the long run if we don't teach them how to walk through these hard things and decide for themselves what's right for them. They just want to be loved. They want to be accepted. They don't even know they need to learn how to do this. We need to learn how to do this ourselves so that we can be an example for them and help them when the time comes. Lots of mama stuff today, and really, I guess, just parenting in general. I'm going to end today with a dad joke. Shout out to all the dads out there, and also shout out to my friend who I used to work with. You would know who you are if you listen to this. You used to have the best jokes in meetings, and you every once in a while send me a joke, or you drop a joke in a meeting. It always made my day, and they're hysterical, and I stole this one from you. So, when does a joke become a dad joke? When it becomes a parent. Get it? A parent. Ha ha ha. Okay. I'm sorry. I love that joke so much. It's so stupid, but it's so wonderful at the same time. Thank you for being with me on this journey. I am so glad that you're here. I hope this helps you too. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.